And we are
live.
We're here. The Fairy Tale Boys are back. We're live. Do you want to go to our website actually? Make sure we're really live.
Against our will, we're here on Friday. I could be out with one of my girlfriends, I reckon good.
And why aren't you, Mark?
Because I'm deeply unpopular with the opposite sex.
Yeah. For some reason. We haven't figured out, is it the beard? Is
it can't be the massive cock. Maybe
it's too big. Maybe it's too big there.
It probably is too big. That's the.
Are we getting sound through there?
It is 30. Does that mean it's moving? Look.
Okay.
We have a listener! Oh, that's me!
That's you, you're spoken.
That was annoying, wasn't it? Alright, okay. If I press X on this, we probably have no listeners.
We almost are.
Should I press play to see if it's playing?
Just turn up the volume for a small bit, just to make sure. Yeah, there we are.
Oh, that's amazing.
Alright.
There's guys talking to her than us.
They are us. Alright, so it's Eamon O'Leary and Mark O'Callaghan here. We are off the leash tonight.
And what happened is, because the rest of those stupid wankers, like Damien Foley,
I invited him tonight.
He's a stupid wanker.
Well, that's your opinion, not mine.
He is a stupid...
Robbie Keane just scored for
the American just scored,
and we are somehow managing to beat Gibraltar.
We are in Gibraltar. Gibraltar, Spain.
Yeah.
For any Spanish listeners out there, we are in Spain. We'd like to assure you, we're in Spain. We're watching the Spanish Republic of Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Playing the mighty Ireland.
Yes.
The mighty Ireland, and they've just scored a goal.
Oh,
it was a lovely goal. It must have been
35 yards.
35. I'd say 35 yards.
Robbie Keane with an absolute screamer.
It's basically a typical Robbie Keane goal.
Yeah, less than 2 yards?
Does he only...
Less than 2 yards?
I would say that is less than 2 yards.
Yeah.
I would say it's 1.5 yards.
It was a good finish, though. He was under serious pressure.
He was.
Yeah.
By
3 or 4 minutes later, he wouldn't have been able to...
Well, he plays in America now. Yeah. So he would have had 3 or 4 minutes to put that in if he was playing in the American League.
He should have headed it in, rolled it in at his head.
Because soccer is one of the many things the Americans are useless at. So useless, in fact, that that loser playing up front for Ireland was the MVP in the American League last season.
What do you mean loser?
Yeah, he is. He
scored nearly 60 international goals.
I know he just scored, and it's a very unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
But he's not very good. He's too old for international football.
He's obviously not.
He is too. They're playing fucking Gibraltar, like.
Yeah, but sure, it took 50 minutes to get a goal. 2 goals.
It did not. It took it. Wait, are we going to score again?
We might do, yeah.
Please
go on,
Robbie.
Oh, it's a penalty.
That's a penalty. It's a penalty.
Oh
no, Robbie Keane's going to score again.
Yeah,
and you're really bad again. As I was saying, Robbie Keane is the ideal footballer.
Yeah, he's like a fine wine.
He just gets better with age.
Yeah. It isn't Robbie, is it? It is.
Oh, it is.
It is Robbie.
It is. As I said, Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane scores another goal.
How many goals has he scored now in his international career? He must be closing on his 60.
He is. In fact, well, he scored 5 goals in 7 matches. Okay, I do look a bit foolish for starting on a rant about Robbie Keane, but I just wanted to go on a rant about the first thing I saw. It was kind of a mindless rant, really.
It was, yeah.
And he's one of the highest scorers in all of international football, as a matter of fact.
He is, yeah.
That's 65 goals.
65
according to the oracle of facts that is Wikipedia.
Yeah.
65 goals, plus another 2 today.
So 60.
Can you update that to like 67 now?
I don't know. I maybe, but I won't try.
So as we all said, Robbie Keane, he's great.
He's a genius.
As he said, we're here live from. Actually, they're not even playing in Spain, are they? They're playing in Portugal.
They're playing
live in Faro, Portugal.
Yeah, we know where we are.
Live in Faro, Portugal. Jeez, it's so hot in here.
Yeah, it's very warm for a nice
September evening. Very warm in Faro, Portugal.
Yeah.
To watch the Gibraltarians play the Republic of Ireland.
They're crumbling now. It's 3-0. The second half is barely 5 minutes old, and they're falling apart. Robbie Keane is ripping them to pieces.
He really is.
He's now.
And Gibraltar were favourites for this game.
He's overtaken Didier Drogba in the all-time goal-scoring list. He's now...
Ivory Coast, they're like opposite Ireland. Look at them with their flag.
14th place on his own. He's only needs 2 more and he'll overtake Gerd
But he got
Muller.
to 2. He got that. That probably doesn't include the 2 he got.
No, so he's up to 67.
So he's up to 67.
2 more, he'll overtake Gerd Muller.
And more importantly, he'll overtake Hassan.
Yeah, who he's been targeting for quite a while.
He does have 176 caps.
None of the other people in the top 20 are currently playing internationally, so he could still push on for quite a lot.
One thing I would say that would go against him is his goals per match is only 0.46, whereas Gerd Muller, for example, got
1.1.
That mustachio genius.
Got
1.1 somehow, 1.1 goals per game.
68 goals in 62 games. That's phenomenal. So let's be honest, Robbie Keane isn't the greatest player of all time, but you have to hand it to him. He's being incredibly consistent for Ireland.
Good news! I've got an exclusive.
Okay.
Faroe Islands won, Northern Ireland won. Yes,
go on.
Fuck you, Northern Ireland. No, we're not going for Northern Ireland. We're going for Faroe Islands.
And Poland are 2-1 down against Germany now.
Poland, it was 2-0 to Germany.
Yeah. But a draw wouldn't be too bad there now, would it?
We are looking for. We would prefer the Germans to win, I think.
But the most important news of the day is that Georgia beat Scotland.
You dirty Scottish tossers.
You heard it from Mark. I don't necessarily share his views.
Well, I know one person who definitely shares his views, and that is our resident Englishman, Chris Smith.
Who's from Nottingham.
Who had a big rant.
General direction.
He's had a couple of rants about Scotland lately. What was he was ranting about Scotland now today for something about... It's usually about how the English basically paid away of all the Scottish people, although I'm not sure that's entirely true.
Yeah.
But anyway, in all the newspapers that Krista has been reading, it's definitely true.
Okay. So after that loss, Ireland will overtake Scotland tonight with a win, which looks pretty certain at this point. So that's very exciting. So we should really go back to the beginning and introduce ourselves again. This is Fairy Tale Football, which is normally devoted to fantasy football, the English Premier League's fantasy football league. But
because Eamon's so shy at fantasy football now, we're branching out into international.
Yeah, I can't really hold my own on a Saturday anymore, so I've been left relegated to international football.
He's a fucking idiot.
There's a fantasy football World Cup coming up shortly, Mark. We could do that maybe. I wouldn't be as terrible, but I probably would.
You were pretty terrible in our the last fantasy football. Didn't we do fantasy football World Cup? For the last World Cup, I think you'll find that I won.
Oh, I
think you'll find that this was won by
the tipping competition.
No, it was a fantasy football one
for the World Cup.
It was for the World Cup.
No, we didn't.
We did.
What are you talking
about?
We
did. We fucking did.
We didn't.
We did.
No, we didn't.
We had to pick a team.
But we
had to pick a team. It was like this fancy football.
No.
We did. I'm telling you, boy.
It didn't happen.
It did happen.
You mean like literally 2 years ago? Last summer. 20... No, Mark is coming out of a dream.
I'm not coming out of a dream. We had to pick a fucking team. Maybe it was a tipping competition.
Oops, I shouldn't be showing Mark my team.
Have I made any transfers? I would like to tell you that I actually did sneakily. You did make a transfer.
No, I didn't.
You did make. Why am I looking at? What is wrong with you?
I didn't make any transfers.
Whose team am I looking at? So
I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
You're looking at Hanley's team.
Wait, where's your team? I am looking at your... This is your team here, sliced bread.
That was last week.
Oh, you didn't make a transfer.
Last week, you fucking idiot.
Right, okay. So you didn't make any transfers.
No, I haven't made any transfers so far. So back to the world of fantasy football anyways. I've had an atrocious start to the season. Would you like to mock me? Some personal mocking?
Well, I'm not going to mock you, Eamon, because you're not even worth mocking. Well, I will sum up how you've done so far.
Yeah.
You put a lot of time and effort into picking your team at the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You've had a couple. You've been getting better year by year.
Yeah,
You're really shite.
5th, 3rd, 2nd.
And we thought I was quite worried about you this year. I thought you'd do well.
Mm-hmm.
But how I laughed when I saw the team that you'd come up with at week 1. Oh, how I laughed. Your team was shit. For some reason, you seem to think that picking a load of Southampton and Chelsea players would be the way to go. And unfortunately, Southampton and Chelsea have had very, very poor starts to the season.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that you picked players of such magnificence as J.A. Rodriguez, who's been out for the entire season for Southampton last season.
I was a gamble.
J.A. Rodriguez. It was insanity.
It was a gamble.
Insanity.
But nobody else had him.
And nobody else had him, which is the magic of Eamon's team. Three Southampton players, they tanked at the start of the season. Chelsea players fell apart at the start of the season. Basically, Eamon was bottom of his own league after week 1.
I wasn't.
You were bottom. You were bottom. You were joint bottom.
No. The fairy tale football team was joint bottom. I was in 8th.
You weren't doing very well.
No, I was doing a
And the second, you had. I think already at that point you were kind of considering playing your wild card.
Yeah, and I
after week 1.
I regret not playing it.
And I think that
was a mistake.
Week 2 compounded.
Go on, Robbie Keane.
And we all knew then that you were going to capitulate.
I didn't capitulate.
And play your way. You did capitulate.
I should have played it after game 1. To be honest, the reason I didn't was peer pressure. And to be honest, it was because of some of the fancy football snobs in the world that I didn't play the wild card immediately, and I should have.
Can you give an example of a fancy football snob? Specific example.
Chris Brown. He looks down his nose at people.
And if I get it, he looks his gigantic nose. It's a Mark nose, isn't it?
That's entirely the views of Mark Callan.
It's a dirty Australian nose. It's a foreign nose.
I've always thought it was a lovely nose insofar as I've taken any notice of it, Chris. So
you're saying that Chris Brown looks down his nose at you? Even though, he's got no, he's no credibility at all. You know what I mean? He's got no credibility. I mean, the man's an idiot, and I'm not just talking about fancy football here.
I would say,
about in general,
I would say if I was to employ somebody from the place where we both worked, he'd be the first person I'd employ.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. The BBBBB.
Yeah.
You would employ him.
Yeah.
And everybody there.
Yeah.
Jeez, you're some fucking idiot.
He's brilliant.
But what would you actually? I suppose it depends on the job. If you were employing him as I don't know, a butler, he might be a good butler.
You wanted to employ me as butler over the summer, but unfortunately I injured myself.
Maybe he'd be good at herding refugees because the Australians are good at that sort of thing.
Well, I don't know.
All the Syrians banging on your door. Chris would be the one to get rid of him being an Australian.
If you're
listening on to Papua New Guinea. Are you listening?
Are you and Lionel Messi herding refugees back to where they came from?
Back to where they came from.
Sending them to Cambodia.
Papua New Guinea.
Sending them to Cambodia.
Papua New Guinea is where they send them.
I thought it was Cambodia.
No, the Australian government paid Papua New Guinea loads of money.
I think they send them also to Cambodia. So they probably send them to more
maybe
than one
Cambodia
place.
as well. I don't know.
We'll do
further research. Go on my holidays to Cambodia.
Cambodia's nice.
Is that? I know it's going to be all refugees. That'd be Cloy, aren't they?
No.
That'd be terrible.
No.
Alright. That's cool, because I'd like to go there on holiday someday.
Yeah, Cambodia.
But I definitely wouldn't want to go to Papua New Guinea because it's a shithole and they're all cannibals there. Anyway, we're getting way off track here.
Eamon.
Back to the beginning. Back to how you're...
Normally we'd have Chris Brown here who does the production.
He's an idiot. And I'm actually still insulted that he said that you'd employ him. Why would you employ him ahead of me?
Because
I'm really good at stuff.
I think he'd be more reliable.
You wouldn't be able to.
More of a go-getter.
He's not a go-getter.
He is.
He's not. You know by the look of him, he's a bloody layabout.
Let me just put it like this.
All right.
You were born in Ovens.
Yes.
You live within 10 miles of where you're born.
No, that's actually not true. The Bonds is more than 10 miles from Ovens.
Don't bang the glass on the table.
Don't bang the glass on the table. I thought this is supposed to be a no rules hardcore podcast. And Eamon under his breath, don't bang the glass on the table. What a fucking wanker. Don't bang the glass on the table.
The reason for not banging the glass on the table is because it makes a very distinct noise in the recording, which isn't ideal. And I'd prefer if you didn't. You should just put it down. Yeah, like that, you fucking idiot. So where were we?
We were talking about your... Well, let's move on from Chris Brown. We'll agree to disagree that he'd be...
No. This is where we are. No, you're working within 15 miles of where you're born. Working, and you're living with your parents.
Wait a second. Excuse me, I've had life experience. I had life experience.
Before we hear about your life experience,
I had lots of that. Chris Brown.
The following thing's true. You are working within 15 miles of where you're born.
Well,
and you're living at home with your parents.
How you define working.
And no, this is the third prong. You're a public servant with a permanent job.
Well, I'm a public servant. I'm jealous. Excuse me, that is
Chris Brown is currently working about 10,000 miles from where he was born.
He was born in Australia. Nobody wants to live in Australia. Australia's an awful fucking place.
Well, that's one person's opinion.
I don't want to work in Australia. Why would he? That's one good thing I'd say about him. He actually got out of the fucking place.
So he's not living with his parents.
But
wait. And he's in the world of research, where you require
the world of research funding. The world of research. The world of research. My bollocks. He's in the world of doing absolutely nothing. Did you see his stupid graph? Anybody who develops a graph that's stupid. And for all our fairy tale fantasy football listeners there, go to our Twitter account, Fairy Fantasy Football, and you can see the world's worst graph. That graph was produced by the man that Eamon thinks is somehow the greatest employee of all time. It is just a horrific looking graph, and I think you'll find that if you go to you'll find some lovely graphs to hide it.
Yeah, but he did this on his spare time.
I do things on my spare time. I do things.
But look, here, Mark. Do you remember that fateful Friday where you gave me a lift home? It was the 23rd of January 2015. And you gave me a lift home.
How could I remember that long ago?
In your fancy Porsche, we were driving.
Oh, that's when we had the podcast thing.
Yeah.
The Eureka moment.
And
I had the Eureka moment.
Well, no, we're going to be honest, Mark.
Honesty is one of my many qualities.
And the following Monday, we went into work and we all had a chat about this. And everyone did, that sounds hilarious. Ha ha ha.
That's not what happened. That is not what happened. Is that what you think happened? Yeah, they all came in and they were bunting us saying congratulations to Eamon for coming up with the world's greatest idea.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. They all looked at you. They looked at you crooked and they said you were an idiot.
Fine. All right. That's another possibility. The following, within 2 days, Chris Brown was saying, "Oh yeah, I've done the research. I know how to do it. I've got all the software. Will we go on the air on Saturday?"
And I was like, on that
Saturday, we went on the air.
So what does any of this? If he wasn't there, then we wouldn't have had the podcast, and we would have spared all these people.
Yeah,
we would have spared them.
Yeah, but they don't want to be spared.
Are you saying the world is a better place with this podcast?
For me, it is.
That's because you get to talk to me.
I know.
The world's greatest person.
Yeah, and like when you die of malaria in 6 months' time, or whatever.
No, I'm not going to Australia. I told you I'm not going to Australia.
I can't get it. Mark is dying. He doesn't know it.
We're
donate money. This is a crowdsource fund. He needs €100,000 for emergency.
Well, we're all dying.
Yeah, you're dying. So when you're gone,
this podcast has been sponsored by Cork University Hospital.
Yeah. So when you're gone in 6 months' time, we'll still be able to listen back to the podcast.
Would you call the podcast the Mark McCallaghan Memorial Podcast?
We'll consider it.
And could we have like a minute's silence, or actually I think I prefer a minute's applause.
We could have a minute of you talking.
No, I think minute's silence, because minute's silence is harder to observe. Because people keep laughing during minute's silence.
They do.
Like they had to do a minute's applause, remember, at the Cork City match, because basically all Cork City supporters are scum. And they're never going to, if they say, "Can you please be respectful for 1 minute?" There's not a hope that's going to happen. Not a hope in hell. So now they do a minute's applause at Cork City matches.
Okay.
Although I'm a Cork City supporter and I'm a wonderful person.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny to laugh at dead people as well. So.
Yeah. So
anyway, the general conclusion is that Chris Brown, idiot.
Not idiot.
But the only things he actually does that are kind of concrete are like really spoofy, stupid things, like this podcast and like stupid graphs.
I will admit that currently the graph looks ludicrous. It as things go on, it may become useful. Yeah,
and he didn't even update the fucking thing.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. That is inefficiency. They have internet in Greece. Did the Germans take the internet from them?
I don't know. Are any of our Greek listeners online at the moment?
Yeah, if you're there,
we have a big following in Panathinaikos, I think.
Panathinaikos. Do we? Yeah. I don't think Panathinaikos is a place.
Panathinaikos.
Yeah, but I don't think I think they're the name of. I think they might be Athens. I think
no, they're a district.
Our Greek,
they're a district in
do you
Athens.
think?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Galatasaray is named after Galat, which is a part of Istanbul.
Which is another lovely part of Greece.
Yeah. They might be in Istanbul now because they're sailing to Istanbul.
For some reason, I was looking at
football
clubs in Istanbul, and I don't know why. Why was I doing that? I was doing I do very intense research.
Yeah. Mark does intense research before coming on the air. He would never come on the air unprepared.
I wouldn't have just have somebody ring me half an hour before the podcast. Say, please come to the podcast. And I'll give you cake, Mark. And I'll give you beer and everything. And I didn't even get beer and cake. I got cider and a whisper bar, which is the opposite to beer and cake.
Well, I told you I didn't have cake. I said I had a whisper and beer, and I offered you a cider. And
I have a surprise for you.
Oh my God!
I have a surprise for you. I have some biscuits of dubious origin.
Hey, biscuits of dubious origin. We need a jingle.
Biscuits of dubious origin. Biscuits of dubious origin. Biscuits of dubious origin. And so say all of us.
I think that's copyrighted. We might owe money to do.
Do you think it's copyrighted?
I think, yeah. Whoever
did we owns copyright
on that. No, I think Robbie Keane might have gone off.
I think his 70 minutes, and he is 70 years old.
Yeah. So I'd like to go home to bed.
Welcome to Cake Corner. What do we call this Cake Corner?
Dubious Biscuit Corner.
So we have Biscuits of Dubious Origin Corner.
Do we have? I quickly crammed it out of my head.
Actually, you can't look because there's no
date on these. These biscuits were created before dates.
These biscuits may or may not have come from O'Callaghan's Food Store Victualler.
O'Callaghan Superstore.
O'Callaghan Superstores, which sponsors our fine podcast.
They do, yeah. They've sponsored us to the tune of 8 biscuits tonight. Anyone who can beat that offer, you could be our new sponsors. And very exciting news tonight, Mark. We recorded our first ever ad. First paid sponsors.
We have we didn't. We have a paid sponsor basically.
Yeah.
It's not that we had to record an ad without having a sponsor.
No. But
our paid sponsors. We went to their studio in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Yeah. Los Angeles, and we actually recorded an advertisement.
Yeah.
We got some famous actors.
We did. We got some big names. We got some big names into
it. We can. Do you think we should let the audience guess who these famous actors were?
You can think about it, and we'll hopefully get that on the air in the next podcast. So that's exciting news.
This is exciting news.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it. Can you give me a clue about what the advertisement might be about?
It's burger related. I think we can go so far as to say it's burger related. It's a well-known. It's a popular burger chain. I believe it's a Hawaiian burger chain. That you may or may not be familiar with. They've only just opened in Cork. I think there's one on Carey's Lane beside Duke's, and there's another on South Mall beside Electric. So Cork natives will know it well now. They'll say, I've been to that particular establishment. They'll know it. But the rest of you will have to stay in suspense for another week.
God,
hopefully we'll get on the air Saturday week.
This is truly an exciting moment.
What's going on?
Oh, bollocks. Bollocks, fucking Northern Ireland. I hate the fucking Protestants,
But they're not all Protestants.
They are Protestants.
But Protestants can be nice people too.
They can't be. When have you ever met a nice Protestant?
Well, I never ask people what their religious
But that's the first thing you should ask them.
Are you a Protestant?
And then if they say, I walk away, turn around and walk away.
What's Neil McCloskey's religion?
He ain't a Protestant.
Chris Smith must surely be some form
he probably
of
is a Protestant.
Church of England.
He's a weird thing actually. We talked about this before.
What is he?
He's he's one of these really mental branches of Protestantism.
Are you going to have a biscuit there, Mark? I'd like you to.
Well, wait, I'm talking about Chris Smith's religion here.
Okay.
I believe he is a Methodist.
A Methodist.
Which is one of these loopy branches of Protestantism. Even loopier than mainstream Protestantism.
not like
the one true religion. Which is not at all. We should have finished them off during the Inquisition. That's what I said.
Alright, Marcus, I'm still waiting for you to take first bite there.
Oh, no.
Oh, these are lovely biscuits.
Wait, they're crunchy. Not too soft. They're crunchy, yeah.
Can you confirm these were the first biscuits
I'm going to take a bite. I'm going to take a bite out of them.
Sounding crunchy.
No.
Acceptable?
No. Oh. You have a Hoover.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, they're not going to kill me.
I think they won't kill you. Yeah. I think these are safe biscuits.
If you're in the vicinity of Cork City, let us know and you can call up and have a biscuit with us.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh yeah. While I'm at it, I should say that big congratulations. I should have said this a week ago. I've been really lazy on Twitter this week. But we've got exciting news.
If only you'd go get her like Chris Brown to go on her Twitter.
I know, yeah. We've really exciting news. As you may remember, we offered a small cash prize after Gameweek 4.
I can't believe you actually brought that up.
Yeah.
Are you really going to give... I can't pronounce that name.
Nathan Cowenberg. We'll call him Cowenberg.
I'm going to guess that he is South African.
I'd say so too.
Do you think?
Nathan Cowenberg, are you listening?
Congratulations, Nathan
Born Dreams are top of the fairytalefootball.net. We'll do that in a second. But the competition was whoever was leading the fairytalefootball.net league after Gameweek 4 would win a cash prize of €20 in Amazon gift vouchers. Because we don't have a way of transmitting cash.
And it was very close. There was only 4 points between it.
Who was winning? Do you remember?
I believe that champions Bivek Koju.
Do you remember who was winning after Gameweek 3?
Well, I'd like to tell you a story about that.
Go on.
Because the person in the lead after Gameweek 3 was a young man known as Mr. Neil McCluskey. Now, Mr. Neil McCluskey has been involved in fairy tale fantasy football for a very long time. He's quite esteemed for being absolutely useless at fantasy football. Well, he had an amazing start to the season. Amazing in all fairness. It's as if somebody who isn't Neil McCluskey picked his team.
Are you suggesting his wife picked his team?
I may or may not be suggesting that. I believe that Vanessa McCluskey picked his team. But whatever about it, he had an amazing team at the start of the season. Made all the right moves. He had Andre Ayew in it early. He had Man City defenders. He had Gomez. He had Company. He made all the right moves. And
he had Company on the bench the second week when he scored against Chelsea.
Week 2.
Like an idiot.
He had Company on the bench, and yes, he still got more points than anybody else.
Yeah.
I believe he would have been top of Fairy Tale Fantasy Football Net League by about 30 points at one stage.
Well, no, he wasn't. He wasn't because it's
Let's
quite
exaggerate for effect.
He was at 500 points clear.
It was a million points
with only
a week to go.
Yeah.
And just like typical North. Oh, look at that! No to what? No to water taxes. We're seeing live from Gibraltar.
Politics corner.
We got politics corner. We interrupt this broadcast for a no to water taxes. The politics corner is sponsored by Alan Gibson.
We love you, Alan.
I'd like to redirect anybody who's interested in politics
to Alan Gibson. What's the Twitter handle?
Bolshevik Alan.
Bolshevik
I believe that Bolshevik Alan is his Twitter handle, and I believe his blog is Revolutionary Manifesto at blogspot.ie.
Another sponsor there.
Is it Revolutionary Program? It's not a manifesto, it's a program, which is a different thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, anyways, Gameweek 3, Neil McCluskey's top of the league. He's cock of the walk. He's strutting at the office.
All right.
He's so happy with himself, and everything is going fantastic.
He had the captain's hat for 2 weeks.
I know, yeah, outrageous. And so I assume that he won. Just scored another goal.
Another goal. It's 4-0 to Ireland.
4-0.
We're the best team in world football. For any international listeners, including you, Neil McCluskey, you dirty foreigner. Fuck you. Fuck you, international listeners. There's no point in you supporting your country because we're going to beat you in the European Championships and the World Cup and the African Nations Cup and the Asian, whatever they call it, Cup.
Okay.
We're going to kick it. We're going to win them all. Copa America, we're going to win that as well.
Great cross.
We're the best in the world. We're beating Gibraltar 4-0.
We're so bad
beating Gibraltar 4-0.
Yeah. It's 4-0. Yeah. Anyways, so McCluskey, did he win? Did he win the prize? Is he still top after Game Week 4?
Well, if we had given the prize in Game Week 3, he would have won. Uh-huh. Actually, no, he wouldn't have. He was already behind.
No, he wouldn't.
Oh, he was ahead.
Yeah, no, he was ahead. Yeah.
But what did he do, Eamon? He completely collapsed, and his team somehow turned over the course of 1 week from the greatest team ever constructed to the worst team ever constructed. It is just brilliant.
He had a very bad week.
He is, and
you know what he did? 22 points.
Can I tell you what he did?
What did he do?
Andre Ayew, he had an amazing start to the season.
Oh, yeah.
What a player.
Yeah.
Obviously, actually, there's 2 stories I'd like to tell about Andre Ayew.
Go on, you can tell
the first story I'll tell is about Neil McCluskey putting Andre Ayew, who is on a raging run of form at Holton United, who are a bit shit, let's face it.
Uh-huh.
He put him on the bench, and not even as sub, as second sub.
And how many points did Ayew get?
And Andre Ayew proceeded to get
13 points.
13 points.
It wouldn't have been enough for McCluskey.
It wouldn't have been, but at least he wouldn't have got 22 points.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It wouldn't have been enough.
Ridiculous. So
it was a poor move.
So I'd like
congratulations to Nicholas something or other.
Nathan Cowenberg.
Oh, Nicholas, not Nathan. Oh, Nathan Cowenberg.
Nathan Cowenberg from Offaly, I think.
The Offaly of
Born Dreams. So well done to Born Dreams. They're on 220
I bet you do one of these cheating fucking triple captains or something.
No, this was just genuine quality captainmanship.
That's not his team, is it?
Oh, it is his team. Yeah, he's 8,000 in the world, so fair play to him.
Magnificent.
He's kicking ass. Well done. I'm delighted to see it. Somebody from the Fairy Tale League.
He had Cresswell for some reason.
Yeah, 12 points. Company.
That was a ballsy move.
Wilson
is captain.
Pele. Yeah.
He had no Sergio Aguero.
No. To be honest, last weekend I had Aguero as captain, as you did, obviously.
As the 99% of the world did.
And they were at home to Watford. That had 6
I almost thought triple captain.
That had 6
I almost thought it
written all over it, and I don't know. He got 2 points. So, very disappointing. It's been a terrible season. I'd also like to make an announcement of congratulations to my good friend from college, Eamon Myrna, who is the...
Fuck you, Eamon Myrna.
Well, that's Mark's opinion.
Instead of Eamon, we can call him Gaiman. Oh, look, you're Eamon as well.
Yeah. We lived together for a number of years.
You lived... really?
Yeah. So make that...
Oh, well, you know the official position of the podcast is yes, equality.
Yep. We shared a room at one point, and we shared a tent
and a bed.
No,
I bet you at some point we shared a tent.
We shared a tent for a number of nights.
How many sleeping bags?
There was 2 sleeping bags.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Was it cold?
It was cold.
Sure it wasn't cold.
We were in South Africa and Southern Africa.
It's not cold in South Africa.
In winter, it's
Africa.
Cold.
It never gets cold. It has never been cold.
At night.
It has never been cold.
Have you ever been to Africa? The voice of prejudice is roaring loud here.
I have been to the Canary Islands, which is very close to Africa.
That's part of Portugal, though, isn't it?
It is not.
Or Spain.
You're calling me ignorant. You're calling me ignorant.
Spain.
You fucking idiot.
Spain. Is it not Spain?
You literally idiot.
Yeah, I was thinking of... Where's Cristiano Ronaldo from?
As we said in the last podcast, you're hoisted on your own petard.
That's not what you said, though.
No, that is exactly what I said. Cristiano Ronaldo is from the Azores.
No, he's not. He's not.
Or Madeira.
Yeah,
Madeira,
which is owned by Portugal. And I've been to Portugal. Yeah, I've been to Madeira.
Well, we are in Portugal.
It's a shithole. It's a shithole.
We are in Portugal. But we are in Portugal.
If anyone is listening from Madeira, yeah, I'm not normally the controversial person.
But we are in Portugal, remember?
I know, yeah.
We're in Portugal.
People from Portugal know that Madeira is a shithole.
Are you really saying Madeira is a shithole?
Well, it's not a shithole in the sense of being covered in trash and shit. It's just really boring. It's like if you're over 80, it's a perfectly acceptable holiday destination.
Okay.
If you're under 80, it's not a perfectly acceptable holiday destination.
But their cake is lovely.
Yeah, and their port is alright.
With butter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but they export that. I don't go there.
Don't go to Madeira. Okay.
Don't
official travel advice from the Fairy Fancy.
So this is exclusive from there are
surely worse places than Madeira. Have you ever been to Manila?
No.
Eamon. No. Have you ever been to Manila?
No.
The only thing I can take from Manila is the smell of piss and shit on the streets.
Okay.
What an awful fucking place. So don't get me started on the people.
Okay, I really won't. So anyways, back to Eamon Myrna is officially the fairy tale football captain of the week.
No.
He got 75 points with his
He's a dirty cheat.
Toure. Whatever. He did brilliant stuff. So congratulations, Eamon. It's very, very impressive. He was top 3,000 in the world. Well done, Eamon. Howard in goal, Cedric, Ward.
I had Cedric, I had Ward on bench.
Sinclair, Pele. Eamon is a big Aston Villa fan, and as you can see, there is an Aston Villa player, Sinclair, who kicked ass.
I think even an Aston Villa fan could only include one Aston Villa player.
Yeah.
Because Aston Villa are, at the end of the day,
he hasn't made a single transfer all year. He's quite a busy man.
I see.
He's quite a busy man.
He's a busy. What does he do? Is he like a rent boy or something?
No, no, he's not.
I know.
He didn't earn the name Gaiman for nothing.
Like battery. RIDING.
We were asked a number of times in South Africa if we were brothers, and we said,
"Oh, so now
no."
We'll throw in a bit of incest as well, will we? Fucking despicable.
So anyway, well done, David Martinez. Yeah, whatever.
You incestuous rent boy prostitute.
He's level with Neil McCluskey. Last week he was like 50 odd points behind Neil McCluskey. McCluskey, you're a disgrace. You let yourself down. You let us down.
But just to let you know that I know, Eamon, you can claim the captain's hat if you want to contact the Fairy Fantasy Football.
Yeah,
at the moment, I think you'll find that the captain's hat is sitting on a certain desk of Mr. Mark O'Callaghan.
Is it? Why?
As the highest scorer in the beep league.
Yeah.
We were trying to decide how the hat should be allocated.
Okay.
And what
based
I came up with, basically,
whoever gets the most points.
We think that whoever gets the most points in the league gets the hat. But unless they get the most points in the Fairy Football League, they're not allowed to wear the hat.
You're second.
No, we don't count Paul Hanley because he's not there. Paul Hanley's not there.
Fine. You're a caretaker.
I get the hat. No. I am captain.
I'm not convinced about that at all.
Well, no, Eamon,
at all.
You're not supposed to wear the hat unless.
Have you been wearing it? If it's sitting on the desk, okay.
But I'm not a caretaker. I am. Okay, I'm custodian.
Vice captain. Yeah, custodian. I'll give you custodian. It's still 4-0 in the Ireland match. There's 3 minutes of normal time.
Let's check the score of the other matches. We give them live scores here.
Yeah.
Germany 3,
Poland.
Germany 3, Poland 1.
Mark's best BBC voice.
Faroe Islands 1, Northern Ireland 3. Denmark 0, Albania 0.
Boo.
Greece losing again. Greece 0, Finland 1.
Dear.
Hungary 0, Romania 0. Jesus, there's some awful.
Some
countries are awful. Like Hungary, Romania. Two
Northern
awful
Europeans taking advantage of Greece.
Serbia winning a match, getting more than Serbia are currently, if you look at the table, on -1 point.
What happened?
I think they may have gotten a little bit of trouble over.
Was it Nazi stuff?
I think was that Croatia? There may have been a swastika on the pitch.
Okay.
And it was the Albania. It was Albania. You know the Serbs and the Albanians have a great relationship.
They love each other.
They love each other, and the Serb. And I actually think that the Serbs got very hard done by here. And I would say, firstly, with the caveat that the Serbs are genocidal maniacs, all of them.
Okay.
But I kind of think they were unfairly done by. They were playing Albania. The Serbs were playing Albania in Serbia.
Mm-hmm.
Tempers were running high, as you'd expect in a match between Serbia and Albania.
Yeah.
And an Albanian flew a radio-controlled helicopter onto the pitch, around the pitch with like an Albanian nationalistic flag thingy, and flew it like around the pitch.
Okay.
And the Serbian guy like jumped up to, or one of the Serbian players was like took down the flag, and then the Albanian players all piled in, and they ended up having a big kick shit, and then the crowd, the Serbian crowd were not too impressed with this.
Yeah.
And well, I believe the Serbian crowd may have joined in the kick shit a little bit. So UEFA didn't take very kindly to all of this, and I believe they deducted points from Serbia and gave the win to Albania.
That sounds a great crack.
The whole thing all started because some Albanian fella flew this radio control helicopter in with the flag.
Okay.
But okay, the fans rioting is maybe
problematic. Yeah.
But the Serbs, genocidal maniacs. The Albanians, had it coming.
Yeah,
basically.
So in terms of the Fairy Tale Football League, I do have one last announcement. I don't know if you remember,
this is exciting.
We also had a booby prize, last place prize.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, they get to be a celebrity.
No. The prize for if you're last after the first week, we'd promised to give people to whoever came last a membership to what's it called?
FPL something.
FPL Assist.
FPL Assist.
A website full of data.
Fail to prepare to fail.
Yeah, absolutely. I did fail to prepare there. And I have to say, it's with a heavy heart that it's my good pal.
Clint
Tubbert.
Clint Tubbert.
Yeah.
Clint Tubbert, you idiot.
Had the honour of being the first
outsider
to join the Fairy Tale Football League.
After the first week.
So after the first week,
we currently have an Alex Bullen.
No, it was
the ironically named team Ultimate.
Yeah. After the first week, there was 4 teams joined bottom. One of which was Glen Tubbert. One of which was the Fairy Tale Football League,
which is a bit ironic, also. Isn't it?
Yeah, well, it suggests that I'm an idiot, unfortunately. And so basically, the decision was whoever of those 4 teams was last after Game Week 2 would get the assist, the membership. So Glen Tubbert and his team with the wonderful name of the Mighty Midgets is in.
So does he get free? Did he actually get the membership?
I will be sending you.
He's never going to fucking use it.
He will. He's a big fairy tale football fan. He came he's came top 5,000 before. Like
is he doing a bit better now? Where is he in our
No,
league?
not really. He's still doing shit. But he's a proper player. He's a proper player. He's a proper player. He's
is
the guy.
He another guy you've had like a raging homosexual relationship with?
I shared a room with Glenn as well. So make that what you will. He's in 1.5 million place overall.
He's in 81st place in the Fairy Tale Fantasy Football League.
So he's doing a bit shy. So better than me now.
He got 50 points last week, which isn't. You got 36 for your.
Yeah, boo.
There's also a few names I recognise there at the bottom of the league. A certain Claire O'Callaghan.
Oh yeah, Claire, but she only just joined though.
I see that.
To be fair to her.
And she got 42 points, which is more than you got.
Ultimate.
And also we have a Leon McCluskey, who I think I might know who that is.
Oh really?
That is a certain McCluskey-os ring.
Really?
It is, yeah.
Is it?
But I think
interesting.
And with the team Leon's Magic Lads.
Oh, very good.
I don't know. That's
Are you sure?
That's a bit of a dodgy team name. Well, I do know that there can't be that many Leon McCluskeys, and I do know that a certain Neil McCluskey has a son called Leon.
No, he doesn't.
He is called Leon.
It's not called Leon.
He is Leon.
It's not.
It is Leon.
How much? Tenner?
Maybe it's his cousin. I'm not going to bet because I know he does talk about somebody called Leon. I'm actually not going to bet because you're probably right.
I know I'm right.
Okay,
I thought I had.
Well, maybe it was his cousin because it must be his cousin.
Yeah, that's even more likely.
Because he
probably saw how well McCluskey was doing. It must be easy.
If McCluskey's, we're going to have all McCluskey.
Ireland win 4-0.
We're the best team in the world. This is great.
Okay, Mark, do you have any exclusives, any corners for us?
What corner will I do?
Prepared material?
Fuck the world. Well, Nick, can I? Which one will I do? I can do home and away corner.
Yeah,
I do home and away corner.
Yeah.
For those of you that haven't been paying attention to home and away corner, it's been very exciting recently. And last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the many comings and goings as regards relationships in home and away.
Okay.
And
has Brax come back from the dead?
Brax. The thing is, I don't think Brax in real life is doing so well over in America or wherever he was supposed to be going. So I think that there's a chance Brax is still dead, but not dead. I think that Brax, the world exclusive here is that we think Brax might be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We think he might be coming back, which would be amazing news for hunky Brax, like, you know. Oh.
Would you, Mark?
I think I probably would, to be honest. We also have some very exciting news about return. That means we are going to qualify for the playoffs where we play.
Not necessarily.
Well, if it stays like that, but we have to play like Germany next.
If we beat Georgia.
Well, we're playing Georgia on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And if we beat them, Scotland have to play Germany.
Uh-huh.
So if we beat Georgia and Scotland
get beaten by Germany,
we can assume Poland will beat Gibraltar.
Yeah.
That league is actually wrong because it doesn't include the fact that the Germans beat. The Germans are top of the group now.
Okay.
The Germans have 16 points.
Okay.
Stupid RTE.
It's still ongoing. Poland could come back.
They're not going to come
back.
They're not talking through your hoop. Talking through your hoop.
I talking through a hoop.
They're not going to come back. But yeah, if we could actually, I'm hoping we could qualify even if we lose to Germany and lose to Poland.
Yeah, we could.
Assuming Scotland keep losing.
Yeah.
So please keep losing, you dirty Scottish bastards. Anyway, home and away, I'll tell you the exciting things happening at the moment now. Feckin' women, like. Feckin' women. She's all like, there's this mad one after coming in. She's like Ash's sister and she's a bit mental. But anyway, she put me right off her. She's like, she got saved by like the doctor and Dr. Nate, who's like Kunky Dr. Nate. And she got saved from the beach, and then she was kind of obsessed
from the beach.
Yeah.
The beach tried to kill her.
The beach tried to eat her. And Dr. Nate saved her. Now and then she was kind of obsessed with Nate, and she was like, wanted to get into his pants and stuff like that. But Nate was like, he's going out with somebody else who's actually super, super, super hot. And so he's like, I'm going out with this super, super, super hot person. I can't go with you. Also, the fact that she's like 16. Right. Probably a black mark.
Yeah, it would be.
But anyway, they were in the gym and they were all alone, and your one goes and she gives Nate a slap, and then she says she was like that she was like raped by Nate, even though Nate didn't touch her.
Wow.
Now Nate is under a police investigation. But we all know that good old Nate, he didn't do anything.
Could he not show them the footage from
what's going to happen? That's what he should do. But we all know that good old Nate will get away with it. Because this is what always happens in Home Away. The good people always win.
What'll happen is she'll break down and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Wow.
Well, I can tell you
get help, and then
this is exactly how you're so good at this. Because I was just going to say that.
But like the way Home and Away works is you start off with somebody being the bad guy. Then you make them the good guy. And
then they're the victim of the next bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. And then they have to die tragically, stopping the next bad guy.
But actually, I believe I can give you an exclusive from reading future episodes. So close your ears now if you don't know what happens.
Spoiler alert.
I believe that she will be found out.
Okay.
Surprisingly enough. And she will be all depressed. Oh, everybody hates me. I'm the local pariah. And whereas Nate is all like... Oh no, you didn't. And anyway, what happens after that? I believe there's a fire, a random fire, and year one, rapey Raperson, she redeems herself by saving somebody from a fire. And she gets hurt in the process and may die. So, Eamon, your powers of perception are remarkable.
I'm going to have to get a little snip from the Home and Away.
You should write Home and Away. You already said exactly what is actually going to happen.
It's just pulling the strings, you know. I know how
she probably won't die, but then everybody will be like, oh, maybe she's not so bad. After all, she saved all those people and she nearly died. And suddenly she's a good person.
Fair play to her. Okay, so that's the Home and Away corner.
So exciting! Yeah. It was so exciting.
Home and Away done. Tick.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
Excellent. Anything left to
talk about?
What are your plans for the next weekend?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, you know, Mark, what's my number one strategy when it comes to fantasy football?
Your number one strategy is to earn loads of money.
Loads of money. So at the moment,
that's like you won't be. The best way to earn loads of money would be to play your wild card during an international break.
No,
which it is now.
No, I don't agree with you that it actually works in terms of the money.
It doesn't work. It didn't work this year.
No, it never does. They actually slow down the rate at which people increase over an international break. That it doesn't tend to work like that.
I think so.
But if my team had done anyway well, I would have held out till the international week. Yeah. But actually, I regret not playing in Game Week 1.
Well,
that was a mistake.
As a matter of fact, I kind of agree with you.
Have you played? Have you made transfers?
I did not play my wildcard, and I made a transfer.
Okay.
And I'm not going to play my wild. I thought about playing. I was planning to play my wildcard. I've made this mistake before. Playing my wildcard too late. Yeah. As I did last year.
Yeah.
I was thinking of playing it this week, but then I looked at my. I'll tell you why I didn't play my wildcard. I was looking at players that I wanted in my team.
Yeah.
And I could make one transfer to bring in a player I wanted.
Yeah.
I could only find 2 players that I actually thought I need those players.
Yeah.
So one of those players is
Gomez.
No, it's not Gomez. No. I can tell you. Although if Benteke stays injured, I may have to make. I did not transfer out Benteke. That is my world exclusive that I'm going to tell you.
So you obviously haven't got rid of either of your any of your.
I think that Liverpool have 2 great fixtures after Man United. Game, and I think there might be goals in the Man United game.
Have you sold Sanchez? Can you?
I'm not going to tell you what I did.
He sold Sanchez.
I'm not going to tell you. All I tell you is that I didn't sell Benteke.
Okay, he sold Sanchez.
But if Benteke remains injured, I may have to make a judgment call on him.
Maybe brought in Mata.
No, I'm going to tell you that there was 2 players that I really wanted. There was 2 players that I really wanted.
He's brought in Pedro for Sanchez.
Well, I can tell you.
He's brought in Pedro for Sanchez.
I'm not going to. I can't confirm nor deny that.
Well, can you deny it?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Okay, so he brought in Pedro for Sanchez.
You can fuck off. You can't. You're putting words in my mouth.
I can see your team there.
Oh, bollocks!
I'd like to just put on the record that I figured out the transfer before seeing his team. But
I actually thought I was snaky looking at your team a while ago. I thought you'd made a transfer. And you haven't, you fucker.
Yeah, Mark brought in Pedro for Sanchez. Yeah.
No. There was 2 players I really wanted, and Pedro may or may not have been one of those players.
Okay, so Sanchez out Pedro in, so that's done.
Anyway, I'm not sure about Pedro. Chelsea really are shite.
Yeah, but you're not sure about him, but you did buy him. I've already seen it, and I've said it on there.
You could have seen it. That could have been anything.
No, it was Pedro.
It could have been anything that you saw.
So yeah, my big decision is Benteke to keep him or not.
Okay, so that's what you want. You're thinking of taking out Benteke.
Have
you not seen those 2 juicy little fixtures?
Norwich and Villa, yeah.
They're so terrible. And I think there's going to be goals in the Man United game.
Yeah, but Liverpool just haven't both have been shite going forward.
Apart from Gomez,
I'd say it'd be nil.
Apart from Gomez, who would you put in that team as a forward?
Probably just Gomez.
Yeah, exactly. There's nobody else there.
Yeah. They're away to Watford.
Oh, I think you're going to bring him in.
I might.
You don't have AU.
No.
Oh, yeah. You've never heard the other story about AU.
We've only a few minutes left, so make it quick.
Okay, I'm going to make it like a couple of words.
Yeah.
Eamon is an idiot and transferred out AU.
Yeah, that's the long and short of it.
And then he got 1 million points against Man United. Yeah. I don't know why you transferred out. It was a mad thing to do. He's playing so well.
I know. I thought United would do a bit better than they did.
They are shit.
Yeah.
They are shit, like.
So do we have anything else left to talk about now, Mark? So for anyone,
while David Foley isn't here, I'd like to say in public that he's a complete tosser.
Okay.
Any reason? Just because he can't argue back with me.
Okay. Damien, you have a right to reply. You've got
no, he doesn't have a right to reply. This is the real reason I said it.
You've got a couple of minutes to tune in. Let's see now. Exclusive here. I got a message from Chris Smith. Bring on the Germans!
Bring on the Germans!
Exclamation mark. I don't think.
No, let's not bring on the. Fucking hell! You remember last time somebody said that, like
they invaded.
They got invaded.
So I don't think he's been following us.
Well, we have a sum total of 1 listener.
Yeah. Is that you?
Yeah, it may or may not have been me.
Are you still on?
No, I'm off now.
Okay.
I'm off now. Oh, we still have 1 listener. There's actually somebody listening to us.
There might be somebody listening.
Hey, we love you. Yeah. Hey, ring us. Ring Eamon's phone.
So Just to wrap up, so a few announcements. As you might have heard rumor, Mark O'Callaghan is starting a rival podcast, which is going to be called working title Even Better Than Fairy Tale Football ?
It is not. It's going to be called ?
That was his. He's also setting up a rival podcast.
Two podcasts
to his own podcast and our podcast. So he's going to be rivaling both of those, and it's just going to be called ? And that's going to be an interactive podcast.
It'll be interactive. People can get involved.
We want listener interaction. That's very important. We want you to get in touch. And as the name of the show suggests,
I have a good song for the end of the show.
Oh, excellent. So I think we're going to wrap up for the iTunes listeners. We're going to wrap up now, and then we'll leave on your song. Okay. Yes. So thanks very much for listening, everyone. I've been Eamon O'Leary. He's been Mark.
Hi everybody, I miss you. I love you.
Mark loves you, apparently. We've had a great evening. It's been fantastic. Listen out for our sponsors as well, and good luck. Thanks to everyone for listening.